Hello, people. This town don't feel mine. I'm fast to get away. Anybody like the Deftones? I used to love the Deftones. Very nostalgic listening to the Deftones. Reminds me of my younger years. Just saying. They're reminding me of my younger years. I remember, I was like 21, 22, and waking up to K-Rock. That's the radio station down here, 94.9 K-Rock. Waking up to that song, that specific song by the Deftones. I would wake up to it. I swear K-Rock played it at the same time every fucking day. And I always woke up to that. And I loved that fucking song. I loved the Deftones. Music was my thing. How is everyone on this sexy, sassy, saucy Friday night? I look like a hot mess. Because I just didn't give a fuck today, to be honest with you. All right? I was busy. I was a busy girl. So I didn't care. And I went tanning. And I worked out, so I'm all sweaty. And I'm chilling in my bed. I don't think you'll care that I'm propped up with my bed. Because it's comfy. Yeah? Okay. So let's jump in. Poop and the boyfriend are downstairs. Thanks, heaven. I'm literally propped up on my bed. And like the tan's not kicked in yet. Like it's fucking annoying, okay? I went hours ago. All right? I like to be tan. Okay? I don't like to be plain. All right. You know what? He loves me anyway. He loves me. He loves me with no makeup on. He loves me. All right. Let's see. Let me get to work here. Thanks, Brittany Sims. I do deserve to relax and chill for a little bit. Kimmy, you look beautiful. Like you just got up a wild vibrate. I love you, bad kitty. I love you. Like a wild vibrating bed. This is the vibrating bed. And I am not turning it on because you guys will never let me live that down. All right. Am I the only one that has a hard time with the chat on YouTube? Like maneuvering around the chat? It's driving me crazy. Meaning I cannot, like the up and down part. Scrolling up and down is such a bitch. Because the heart, that little heart button gets in the way. At least on my laptop it does. It's driving me nuts. Okay, let's see. ENZ, thank you very much. Mostly in state or able to mosey back. BBL, someone, not SP, saying affirmations back, but then thrown when told. I have no idea what NDNT. Use a reunion aff, even though I'm not going to lie to you. I have no fucking clue what you're saying here. Mostly in the state or able to mosey back. Whoops, typo. Help me, girl. Help me. BBL, someone, not SP, saying affirmations back, but then thrown when told. When told what? You got to make that clear. I'm waiting on you, girl. I'm waiting for you to type it so I can see it. But then thrown when told not to use a reunion affirmation. Are you being serious? Like literally the word reunion? And can you be more like don't use an affirmation of people coming back. Like, oh, SP came back confessing love. All right. I don't know who told you that. Okay. What I can comfortably tell you is that person. Wait a minute, you're at the Janet Jackson concert? Oh. Have a special need to feel something done. Come with me inside my velvet robe. We have a special need. Oh my God, to feel that we belong. Come with me inside my velvet robe. I loved Velvet Rope. All right? It was one of my favorite songs ever. Okay? Love Janet Jackson. That bitch could sing. Well, look at me talking about her like she's not here anymore. She still can sing. Ugh. I'm so excited for you, Hawkeyes. Oh my God. Oh, Lord. I mean, she's got other songs. That's just that. What about, like, We Go Deep? We go deep and we don't get no sleep, 'cause we be up all night until the early light. We go deep and we don't get no sleep, 'cause we've been up all night till the early light. Love that. I'm so jelly right now. I'm so jelly. You're so lucky, Hawkeyes. Have the best night ever. Please. And listen, if she fucking sings those songs, I'll expect a recording. Okay. 4th row tickets. Oh my God, have the best night. If those 2 songs get played, I'm going to need a video. I'm going to need to see those, okay? They're for me. All right. So, back to ENZ, aka Erica. All right. So, I don't know who told you not to use those affirmations, but this is what I want to comfortably convey to you. If using a specific affirmation makes you feel good and makes you feel as if you are having the relationship with your specific person, then that is the only thing that matters. You see, this is where I get frustrated, you see, because it's limited beliefs, because everybody thinks they fucking know everything and they don't know dick. This is the law of assumption. This is what you, the individual, okay, what you, the individual, believes to be true. What you believe to be true is what matters. And I've given this example on TikTok before, so let me say this. You could literally, okay, affirm, I love purple. But if that affirmation, I love purple, means to you that you're in a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship, then it would manifest. Because it's what you believe, not what a coach believes. And most of the time, people are thinking too logically when it comes to this subject. And I find that very frustrating. And I'm hoping you'll see this is why I make videos from the perspective of limitlessness. Limitless. Flawless. Okay? So, to me, the reunion affirmation of, oh, SP confessed her love for me felt good because it felt believable considering how we came into a little solo vacay. Then please continue to use it. Please do not let the logical, limited, stupid-ass brains of somebody else stop you from using an affirmation that feels good to you. Affirmations are supposed to make you fucking feel good. They are supposed to help you get into the state of you having your shit. That's the purpose of choosing affirmations that feel good, that make you think, okay, this affirmation is helping me become the version of myself that's having what I want. Period. So I legitimately find it hilarious when I hear people in videos say, oh, no, don't affirm that. No, don't affirm that. Because this is what it means. If my favorite, and I'm going to lie, you guys already know because I have talked about this so many times. My favorite, and I saw more than one video on this platform and on TikTok. And I'm saying it. I'm calling them out. I'm calling them idiots, okay? They're probably very nice people, but they were being a part-time idiot when they made their video. When they were so concerned with using the word obsessed. Do you have any idea what using the word obsessed means? You have no idea. That could imply stalker shit. If you use the word obsessed, do you realize what you're getting into? You could manifest your specific person to become a stalker. Do you know how dangerous that is? Are you fucking high? Are you kidding me? And you put that video up? You seriously put that video up? I suggest you delete that. Okay? So, please, affirmations. Use any affirmation you want. Okay? Yeah, oh my God, I've been told not to use it because it attracts stalker vibes. No, the coach who told you not to use it is the one logically thinking that way. It's not true. I have used that word my entire journey. Literally. My whole fucking journey. And guess who doesn't have a stalker on her hands? Me. Okay? How stupid. This is what you believe to be true, not what the chick or dude in the video believes. It's, how are you going to call it the law of assumption and then tell somebody, oh, but you can't do that. You can't affirm that. It's what you believe to be true, but you can't do that. If I believe that that's a good affirmation and it makes me feel like my person just is in love with me, and that's what it means to me, that's the definition of it to me, then if I use it, it's my fucking problem, isn't it? It's not what someone, oh my God, I get so, you see how passionate I get over this? Because it frustrates me. It makes me so angry. Sit down, silly. Take your video down. Stop being silly. Stop that nonsense. What is it? What only you believe to be true? Like you, the person in the video, only what you believe to be true, not what everybody else individually believes it to be true? It's the law of you and not the law of assumption. You know what I'm saying? Erica, use any affirmation you want. I am telling you, wholeheartedly, confidently, affirmations, how they are worded, do not fucking matter. It's entirely up to you. And I will battle that with anyone to the death. That's a long battle. I will. Okay? Use whatever you want. Feel comfortable. Okay? Feel comfortable. Seriously. Damn it, Siri. You are welcome. Claire McClinsky. Thank you very much. How do you just decide to be a version of self without feeling like you're affirming it all the time? I always see you say you don't need to, but how else do you do it? I want it to be natural. I think you're overthinking it, Claire. I think you're overthinking it. Claire, how do you know your name is Claire? How do you know your name is Claire McClinsky? How do you know? I'm going to be assuming in this moment that you are female. I'm guessing from the name Claire that maybe you're female, okay? How do you know you are? How do you know your address? If you own a car, how do you know which vehicle's yours? How do I know that I'm wearing the color pink on my fucking nails right now? How do I know? I just fucking know. I just fucking know. That's it. And that's how natural it should feel. You just know. Do you see what I'm saying? So without affirming it all the time, I just feel so confused by that. Do you know your name's Claire? Are you confused by that? And I'm not picking on you. I'm being serious. Do you see how simplistic this is? Are you aware your name is Claire? Do you just know it? Do you just comfortably know that that is your name? Say what all day long, sweetie? Say what all day long? I'm the new version of self? Hey, I'm the new version of self. Whoa, I'm the new version of self. I'm the new version of self. No, I do not do that all day long. Not at all. I make a decision. And the only time I'm fucking with my decision is if I feel myself slipping into old self, into old thinking. Meaning, if I'm getting triggered by some dumb shit in my 3D, I will question myself. Who are you being? Who are you being right now, Kim? Are you being old Kim or new Kim? Now, granted, when I talk here, I'm only talking about 2 different versions of myself. There are infinite versions, but I'm just making it simple. Okay? So, no, it's not something I have to say all day long, because when I've made the decision of who I want to be, I don't have to keep thinking about who I want to be. I'm just going to be it. See what I mean? Do you see what I mean? Does that make sense? Because Claire, I want to help you get it. I want to help make this easier. Now, my answer to your question is not me trying to imply that if you enjoy affirming all day long, you most certainly can continue doing it. So Claire, let me say it like this. If at this moment you're unsure what new self is to you, right? Maybe you haven't personally defined what new self is. I have defined what new self is to me. Like, my ass wrote it down. What I want my life to look like per category. And I got specific of what I want to experience. And then I took a look at who I was really believing I was in those categories. And once I was done with my authentic inventory of up here, from there, I decided that new self was the version of myself that is living those things, having those manifestations in all the areas. So I know when I say new self, that's what that means to me. It means my list. So I don't have to keep saying that list over and over and over again, because I've made that fucking list. I've manifested plenty, but I get so confused when people say you don't need to affirm it all the time. But it's like, isn't that just thoughts? And I feel like that's what I've always done to manifest. Okay, this, and you know what? This community, I think we all get confused with the affirmations versus thoughts. Yes, affirmations are just thoughts. But when you are consciously choosing specific thoughts, you're affirming, right? When you are consciously choosing words out of your awareness and you are deciding to tell yourself that you are those words, those are affirmations. So in this community, when affirmations is discussed, that is what we are implying. The conscious choosing of specific thoughts. Okay? So I mean, as far as like splitting hairs, yeah, affirmations are just thoughts. But If they're not different in some way, why do they have two different fucking names? Right? So when we talk about affirmations in the manifestation community, we're talking about consciously choosing the thoughts. See it? See what I mean? So perhaps if you don't believe you are new self, you may have to remind yourself through repetition. Yes. And I also get confused with, like, if I wanted something specific from SP, like if I wanted him to move closer to me, wouldn't I need to affirm that? How do I choose to be that version of self? So when you say move closer, do you mean like moving his home closer, or like he's sitting near you on a couch and you want him to move in closer? See what I mean? Okay, so how is that the version of you? Right? You're asking me what's the difference? You want to affirm all day long the SP moves closer to you? You can do that. I don't want to fucking do that. That's too much fucking work for my ass. I would prefer to decide the version of me who's already living out the experience, because it's created. Everything's already created. Creation's finished. So there's a version of me in our multiple realities. So in one of the parallel realities, there is a version of me living with all of my manifestations, all of the specific things that I want to manifest. So I'm going to pretend that one of those things I want to manifest is SP moving closer to me to fulfill your request, right? The last fucking thing I want to be bothered with is SP lives closer to me, SP lives closer to me, SP lives closer to me. Fuck that entirely. I want to decide, no, I'm the version of myself where my SP lives closer to me. So I don't have to keep saying it. I know when I say I'm my new version of self, that's what I mean. That's what I'm implying by that phrase. And let me say this. When I was manifesting new love, so I didn't even know who SP was. It was new love. I made a list, a one-time list specifically of what I wanted in this person. And from there, all I ever scripted was I was in a relationship with my dream man, because I titled that list Dream Man List. But that list said everything I fucking wanted, and I wrote it one fucking time. See what I mean? One time. And all I ever scripted was I was in a relationship with Dream Man. That's it. And that is before I knew states. Because if I had known states of consciousness by then and understood what they mean, what it implies, I would have dumped all of that and ran right to states. But I didn't understand them then, so I continued the long-winded fucking scripting. But you have to see that. I'm sorry, I don't mean to make it so confusing. I do overthink a lot. You're not confusing me, my friend. Don't worry about it. This is the place to ask me fucking questions. Never apologize for trying to understand something. I would much rather that you continue chit-chatting back and forth with me so that we can get you so you understand it. Never apologize. I mean it when I say there's no stupid question. There's no stupid question. There are people on all different, places in their journey. We got people who just found manifestation to people who've been here a while. That's all. Right? You got to think, Claire, you're probably not the only person who has that question. And maybe you're just the one who had the guts to ask the fucking question. Well, maybe someone else is feeling too uncomfortable to ask the question. So please don't ever apologize. I'm here because I like answering the questions. This is fun to me. Right? Never apologize. I really mean that. But Claire, a little tidbit of advice. Every single technique, affirming, visualizing, scripting, inner conversating, embodying the state, all of them, except for embodiment, because embodiment is getting you into the state, all of them are moving you there. Right? Embodiment is state focused. So that's more what I mean. Where affirming, visualizing, scripting, they are leading you because they're making what you're saying, visualizing, scripting, they're making it feel more natural to you. The more natural a state feels, the more we're sticking around that state, which then, projects out. We get what we want, right? So this is why no one is ever wrong for what they enjoy doing. So I'm going to use my girl Sammy as an example. Sammy likes to affirm. I don't. She likes robotic affirming. I definitely don't. She's manifesting perfectly well with affirmations. Why? Because she enjoys that. So it's gonna work for her. She's chosen the technique that feels good to her, that feels easy and simple to her. To my mind, it feels hard. It feels restrictive. It doesn't feel good. So I don't like doing that. I need to feel free at all times, okay? I'm just a weird broad sometimes. So I like just saying simply, this is who I am. I start my day with, this is who I am. Version of whatever I'm currently manifesting, that's who I am. Boom. And I don't want to fuck with anything else. But that feels good to me as the individual. That's why there's so many different techniques to help get us become the version of self that has the manifestation. Because people are different. We are individuals. People like different things. And no one is wrong for doing what they like. I don't enjoy visualizing. That is something I really have to really hone in with my focus. I don't like it. It feels like work. But some people love visualizing and they are just naturally pulled to that. And they will successfully manifest. And that is okay. Right? So if you're enjoying affirming, please do it. Do it. It's going to work for you, especially if it feels good. I think that it's just easier for me to talk about states because I enjoy them. They're my thing. But that doesn't make you a bad manifester if states don't make sense to you yet. States didn't make sense. I was seriously reading. I was on my 3rd round of Neville Goddard reading all this full body of work, including lectures. On my 3rd round before it clicked with me what the fuck states were. So do what you enjoy. You see what I'm saying? Do what you enjoy. You're never going to fail when you choose what makes you happy. Okay? Amy F., thank you very much. Kim, 3rd magazine spread out today. Also manifest a new job in Long Island. I'm super close to my goal of New York City air shift. First of all, congratulations on the 3rd magazine spread. Oh my God. You need to share with us what the give us the details for the magazine so we all can go get it. And congratulations on the fucking Long Island job. Are you moving? Are you coming to Long Island? We need details, Amy. This is fucking amazing. Panther Girl, thank you very much. Hi, Kim. Love the newest video. Well, thank you so much. How did you react to your 3D? Wait. How did you react to you 3D SP during September when you were shifting states? Hope that makes sense. It barely made sense, but yeah, Panther Girl, I think I get the gist. How did I react? I was a shut down bitch. I was shut down. I was very reclusive in September, and that included SP. I needed to be alone to get my head together. Did I like that? No. Hence, when I keep mentioning I was scared shitless in September, that was part of it, because I was shutting everyone out so I could clear my head. Because my head was all over the place. I was, like I said, stuck in a state. I felt very panicked by my state. I feared that I wasn't going to get out of that state, which I know sounds silly now, But while I was in that state, it didn't sound silly. It felt very, very real and very, very scary. And my doors were closed to all during that time. Literally. Like my phone had an emergency contact only could get through to my phone. And that was my child and my father. I shut the world out. I needed to. My 3D was shitty. And that shittiness of it, me understanding states, that shittiness was only triggering me more. So until I was in a more, and this is the type of person I am though, until I'm in a more beneficial state, I don't want to interact with people I care about, if that makes sense. I don't want to interact because I can be hot-tempered. I'm sure you're so shocked to hear that. So how did I react? I didn't do much. Doors were closed. And I don't regret that at all. You know, you have to know yourself. And I firmly believe and stand by, and I live it. I don't just talk it to you guys. I live it authentically. I was being authentic to myself. I needed to be my number one priority. Don't get me wrong. I'm a mom. My child was also my priority, but he's a big boy, right? But I needed my head needed to be clear, and I knew it. So, yeah, I didn't have much with anyone. I stopped talking to people. I warned as many people as I could, but listen, doors are closed for a bit. I need to be all about me. So I kind of just shut the world out. Needed to do it. And I don't regret it. And if I ever manifest in a place like that again, I will shut everyone back out again. It was the best thing for me, truthfully, because how can you clear your mind when, you know, people in your life, they love you and they want to make sure you're okay, which is greatly appreciated. But when you're not in a good headspace, I don't want to talk. I don't want to have conversation. I don't want to talk about how I'm feeling. I want out of the state. I don't want to rehash. I want out of this. I want to identify why I'm here, where my mind is at, pretty much everything I say to you guys. I wanted to feel calm, relaxed, and I wanted out of that shitty space. And I wanted specific things in my life, and I was unwilling to settle for less. See what I'm trying to say? I wanted to feel a crazy, unconditional love. I wanted it. And by God, at 40 something years old, I am unwilling to settle for less ever again in my life. No way am I gonna settle for shit I don't want, don't like, don't make me happy when I know about manifestation. Why would I allow that? And I was slipping into that. Meaning things started brewing for me in March of last year, where the feelings of not feeling satisfied with where I was at in any area. So it was brewing and I was pushing it aside. Hence when I mentioned putting Band-Aids on things. I was slapping Band-Aids, right? Because life was okay. Life was good. I was good. I had everything I really wanted. So I thought, I had everything I really wanted. Everything was good. There's no sense in rocking the boat. I could maintain the state I was in at the time. I could not the state in September, I'm saying before. I could maintain that state, no problems, right? If I fell out, it took nothing for me to get right back to it. It was so easy. But I was starting to notice, it was getting in my awareness that I wasn't satisfied. And I don't know how else to explain it other than, and I know I just said, and I'm 40-something years old, but that to me doesn't matter. I don't think anyone at any age should be settling for what they're not fully happy with, right? But I think from my perspective, my thinking at the time was, fuck me, I have had 20 fucking years of nothing but unsatisfactory, miserable fucking relationships. Right? All my own doing from manifesting, but I didn't know any better most of those 20 years. I didn't know I was manifesting. But I think that was part of my rude awakening too, was I know I'm manifesting. I do know now. I do have this knowledge. So why am I taking stuff that doesn't bring me joy anymore? And it was not bringing me joy. And, yeah, I'm never going to settle for anything ever again in my life. No matter what that means. No matter what that means. If I'm not in love, I'm not going to be in a relationship. I'm not staying with a specific person if I don't feel love, passion, desire, wanting to be around that person, wanting to spend as much time as possible with that person. I mean, granted, we got work, we got to do our jobs, but I'm just saying, if I don't feel that, if I don't have that, I'm out. So I won't waste another moment ever again. So September was a lot of that. A lot of clearing and cleaning up. But at the same time, I didn't know that's what really was happening to me in September because of the state I was in, right? It became that. But I will tell you, even though I was scared shitless, and I was scared shitless the first couple weeks, I did know, but I kept denying it. I knew it was all happening for a reason. As fucked up as that sounds. And I'm not someone that believes in like a predetermined fate. You can believe in that if you want to. That's no judges. I'm just saying I don't. I believe we do have choice. But I knew something was brewing. Maybe a leveling up. States-wise, leveling up. I knew it. And the very fleeting moments that I would get out of my shitty state, I knew that with a strong knowingness. But as soon as I would slip back, I would say, I don't want it. I don't want to level up. I'm fine where I am. Just let me go back to where I was, right? As soon as I went back to victim state, I didn't give a shit about leveling up. I wanted to go back to where I was. But anyway, as hindsight's always 20/20. When I look back now, I'm like, oh my God, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you myself for not quitting or not giving up or not trying to get back to the old state. Thank God I didn't, because I would have missed the state I ended up in, which is the highest level that I've reached. And like when I say you're becoming a new version of self, I physically felt the shift. I physically felt the shift in the shit state too, and my 3D quickly reflected that shit state. Hence me having to shut everybody out of my life so I could get my head together. Thanks, Siri. So, I hope that answered. That probably didn't help as far as how to interact with your SP, because I didn't. And not to say that SP didn't try, because SP did try. I just needed to think about a lot of things and get my shit together up here. I don't regret that. And I don't mean that from a shitty place, and he knows that. I don't mean it from, fuck you, I'm not talking to you, right? No, it was not that energy at all. It was, no, I can't, because I don't feel I'm making rational decisions right now. I feel like I'm making decisions based on a shitty state. I know enough about states to know what my perception is right now. And as shitty and as victim-y as I am feeling, I will not make a decision here. I need to clear this before I do anything else. And I made myself my number one priority. And I'm probably over fucking talking. You probably just wanted some basic bitch answers, and I just went on about my fucking life. I'm sorry. But anyway, it was the best thing I ever did, though. If that helps. Best thing ever. Catherine, is that for me? You're saying perfect, I hope. I regret nothing. You listen, I'm going to tell you something, too. If you are wanting a specific person, and if it's a specific person that you have had relations with, and you want it to go higher, you want it to be the most amazing relationship with that person, that you can fucking do it. You can fucking do it. Even if you're afraid that you're not going to be able to do it, you can do it. I can do it. Anybody can do it. And in a really non-selfish way, there is nothing wrong with making you your number one priority. Because if you don't have your own mind together, right? If we're always manifesting, we're manifesting everything around us, then how are we not our number one priority? We have to be, right? We want to be clear-minded, so we are busy getting what we want. But you can have anything, literally, especially in that love department. Don't be afraid of your 3D. All right, where the hell was I? Catherine. No, all right, wait. Did I already answer that? No. What the fuck? Sorry, Catherine. Let's go. Hi, Kim. Thank you for your input in the hot seat group. You were absolutely right. I keep working on states and being consistent. Good girl, Catherine. Good. Good. Gonna tell you right now, you keep that focus on being your new self, everything is gonna work out between you and your person. I'm telling you from experience. Putting the focus on you and how you feel relative, like what you believe about yourself relative to anything you're manifesting. But we're talking about SP, so we'll say what you believe about yourself versus love versus relationships. I know you guys hear me say it all the time, but I really, really fucking mean it, because that's literally what I did. And, you know, prior to September, I thought I had my state game down because life was good. Life was reflecting good, right? But I couldn't explain this little underlying desire that I was pretending I didn't have. And I had it, meaning wanting more. More love. More. More. But when I say more, by the way, I don't mean as in I didn't know how to be, satisfied within. My thing is what I had manifested in love with my states game. That's what all I knew love could be. So when I'm talking about where I wanted more is around March of last year is when I started realizing, wow, what I define as a love relationship, that's only because that's all I know. That's not because that's all there is. This is just all I've ever known. So this was the best I had ever experienced. But I know because my body is telling me there's more. this wonderfulness, because it was, don't ever mistake me saying, like, when I manifested shit back from solo vacations, how fucking ecstatic I was, and especially when he came back like shit, and I had to double down again, fuck my 3D, focus on my state. Yes, he changed very rapidly. But, so don't mistake me. I had a wonderful experience. That was the most love experience I've ever had. And I meant that then. But in March is when I started coming to terms with, I feel like this is the best experience ever because this is all I've ever known. But something inside of me is telling me there's more. I don't know what, at the time, I don't know what that more is. I just feel like there's more. And I'm settling. I never felt like I was settling before that. So that frightened me. Like, what do you mean I'm fucking settling? I thought I finally conquered love. I conquered it. I manifested specific person back. How could there, what? Right? Well, no, I was expanding my awareness. But it scared me. And sometimes it is scary, but it's a good thing. You're moving, you're growing, you're gonna experience more and more lovely things with the person of your choice. Right? So I'm not saying just because I suddenly wanted more meant I had to give a specific person away or change specific person. You can do whatever you want. We're never wrong for our choices. I'm just saying I knew there was something missing, and it was starting to, I couldn't get it out of my awareness. So I did my best to remove it from my awareness, but I really wasn't removing it. I was putting a Band-Aid on. Blah, blah, blah. I could keep going. I know I'm repeating myself. But Catherine, I'm telling you, if you put the focus on what you're really believing about yourself, you'll probably find that maybe there's something in there other than just not feeling good enough at one time, that, like, a story you've had about either a specific person or just about yourself in love. And when you decide that's not who you are anymore, you're now the version of yourself that has no limited beliefs around love. No limited beliefs. You'll see that man changes and becomes like a brand new person. So when you think or fear that he's not capable of changing, like we talked about today, oh yes, the fuck he is. Yes, the fuck he is. You can manifest the absolute best version of him. Without question. VC, thank you very much. Update. Haven't seen SP in 3 weeks, but talking every day. He asked me today if I'm free on Sunday, but I'm not because of Father's Day. And now he is responding cold. I have been anxious today for the first time in weeks. Okay. So, VC. I know it's never fun when SPs are acting cold. I know that sucks tits. But when they are showing up cold, what is that? Reflection of old self. Manifestation of old self. There's nothing to fear. You know, what are we anxious about? What are we feeling anxiety over? It's not just because he's showing up cold. It's because we think that cold behavior is going to equate to something else. So we'll use me as the example. I used to equate cold behavior, like reclusive, cold. I equated that to, you're not choosing me. You don't love me anymore. You're going to leave me. That's what I would equate cold behavior to. So you're probably equating it to something similar. And the reminder I wish I had, he doesn't have free will. I know sometimes it feels like specific people do, but they don't. They are only ever playing their part to bring about your manifestation. Everyone is playing their part. And I know that's a little mind-boggling when it comes to like just basic bitch people around us, right? people were not manifesting, but everyone is playing their part because you are manifesting your world every single day. So he's just showing up, playing his part. And his part is reflecting your beliefs and assumptions. So the way he's showing up right now is nothing to fear. The fact that, okay, you guys have talked every day. You haven't been able to see each other for 3 weeks. He asks to see you on Father's Day. So you're busy. So what? You didn't make a wrong choice by deciding to keep your plans instead of canceling what you were doing because he asked you out. That's not a wrong decision. And if it's bothering you that he's suddenly acting cold, we got to ask ourselves why. Because if we're standing in the decision of we are our new selves and we will have our relationships, whatever it is we're manifesting, we don't have to fear our 3D. Remember, the 3D is the dead world. The 3D is old manifestation. It's all it is. It's old, repetitive thinking, which is just another way of saying our old assumptions. It's all it is. Right? This present moment is what? Something we thought about over and over and over and over and over again. That's why it's here. So there's nothing to fear. Literally nothing to fear. If you go back in, standing in your decision, putting some focus on calming your anxiety, calming yourself down. For me, scripting used to help me calm down, me to channel my energy, my anxious energy onto paper. It made me feel good. So calm yourself so we can think rationally. And by rationally, I mean manifestation rationally. You have nothing to fear. You have nothing to fear. There's nothing to be anxious over. He's reflecting old you. Nothing more than that. But you are focusing becoming new self. And new self, she doesn't get scared of him acting like a baby bitch because you can't get together on Sunday. New self doesn't give a fuck. He's acting like a baby bitch right now. He'll get over it. He'll change. He'll come right back to being normal him. Okay? I mean it. You have nothing to worry about. Try to keep it in perspective. He's playing a role. He's playing his part. He's still a human being. He's still a human being. But he's playing a fucking role. And right now he's doing a really good job of playing that role because you're really believing that he's being distant and cold. So he's done a job well done. He should get his award. What's the award? What's the acting awards? Oscar. He can get a fucking Oscar for his performance. But as you return to being the version of you who's having what the fuck she wants, he'll continue with the performance of acting like a man who is head over heels in love with you. Okay? You have nothing to worry about. Alyssa Loritzen, thank you very much. Kim, last time I sent you a chat, I talked about manifesting a new SP, and the day after I met SP2. Going out for date number 3 tomorrow, but now I want SP1 again. Alyssa! Alyssa! You, girl, have me all over the place. Listen, there's a couple other people I talk to who have the plethora of men, the roster of men. You kill me. You fucking you wanted an SP2. He fucking shows up. He played his part. He showed up the next fucking day. You're about to have date number 3 with this motherfucker, and you already don't want him. You want to go back to SP1? My God. Why? No, I'm teasing you about the why. I don't care who you choose. That's fine. Whatever makes you happy. But Jesus, woman, don't you ever show back up here again worrying about not getting one of them because, Christ, you got both of them. You can't make up your mind. Pick a bitch and focus. Look how quickly SP2 showed up in that reality of yours. Look how fast you did that. Don't you ever fucking worry about that 3D ever again. Look what you're doing. Look, you're a fucking master manifester. You kill me, but now I want SP1 again. You are hilarious. I want face-to-face talk with you. So now what are we gonna do? What you doing about your date tomorrow? How you gonna let the poor bastard down? You better hope he don't watch Manifesting with Kimberly, because he's already got a heads up that you're about to take a shit on that date. Oh my God. What happened that you're wanting to go back to SP1? I'm nosy. I want some details. What fucking happened? Good Lord. You are hilarious. You're going to have to give me details. Midtown Girl, member for 12 months. Thank you very much. Beautiful Kim. SP has not asked to see me since our meetup. Haven't spiraled and been returning to the state more than not being in it. But I need encouragement that this wasn't a one-off meeting. Have texted and phone calls since every day. Love you. Okay. So let's keep this 100. You've been fucking sweating that it's a fucking one-off meeting probably since you came home motherfucking last weekend when you were with him. You've been sweating it since then. And you know that I know it because you brought it up Tuesday. And I don't forget shit. I forget a lot of other stuff. I don't forget these kind of details. So, I believe you that you've been doing your best to return to the version of self or return to your decision. I believe you. But let me say this. What did that poor man do that indicated to you that this was a one-off? What did he do? What was it about that night that you had that feeling, that thought came up? And whatever that answer is, we want to take a look at that. Because that's telling us who you are being. Even though I believe that you've been making your decision to be the version of you, everyone whatever the fuck she wants, I believe that. But because that was brewing, we know that there's still a limited belief in there somewhere. Because that thought, that fear came up quickly. And listen, that's not because you're a bad girl. I think most of us, especially finally having our first date with someone, we're always worried about them asking us for that second date because that's our old 3D conditioning. So, what is it? The fear of the one-off, there's more to it. It's not just that. There's more to it. We're thinking something else. What is that? And then decide that's not who you are anymore. Whatever that is. And I think you too also need the reminder. He doesn't have free will. He's playing a part. Everyone is. Including my sexy ass boyfriend right underneath. That sounded wrong. That sounded wrong. I meant on the floor underneath, downstairs. But everyone's playing their part. Literally. Fulfilling who you are or who you believe you are. I see all the laughter symbols. It's fucking funny. But do you see what I mean? Everyone's playing their part, girl. He's fulfilling one of your limited beliefs. We know that fear was brewing. So we know that belief is there. Right? Because when you were in zero fucks given mode, this is when movement started amping up. which goes back down to the theory, and it's not a theory, that when you're in a state, if we want to call it the states of zero fucks given for you, we can call it that. But a state of not giving a fuck, state of not being worried, that's when shit starts rolling into our 3D. Because we've decided to not be afraid. We've decided to not stress. We've decided to fucking just fucking live life and enjoy it. That's what, why do you think, let me ask you this. Before you found manifestation, everyone out there, this is for all of you, why do you think that for most of you, I know there's going to be that one or two people who are going to have to deliberately be against the grain, but that's okay. Most of you, when you've discovered or were hit on and found love, it's when you were at the most zero fucks given point in your life. Like maybe it was a point of when you felt the best about yourself. You really knew your shit didn't stink. You were high on life. Boom, in comes love. In comes people pursuing you. Or maybe you were in just the basic bitch, zero fucks given entirely mode. Don't care about love, don't need love, don't want it. Boom, here they come. Well, why do you think that is? Because there are no coincidences. Why do you think that is? Because at that point, you were in a state of, for a lack of a better way of describing what possible state it was, we're going to call it the zero fucks given state, right? You were at your best, probably self-concept wise, because you weren't focused on shit, which is why most relationships kind of start amazing. They come in amazing until our limited beliefs start creeping up and taking over the 3D. But like I said, there's no coincidences there. So you had gotten yourself into a fuck it state. And boom, look what shows up. So you've left fuck it state and you've gone to, no, not fuck it. Now I'm concerned. Where's, he has not asked for that next date. He's not choosing me. He is not prioritizing me. This is a one-off. He doesn't really care about me. He doesn't really want to see me. Hear me? He's not choosing me. He doesn't want to be with me. I'm not good enough for more than one night. I'm not this. I'm not that. So what one resonates? We need to decide that's not who we are anymore. I refuse to be that version of myself. I refuse. Refuse. But when we refuse, we don't want to then marinate in fears. Meaning it's not about feeling perfect. It's about, no, I'm not going to be her ever again. I don't have to fear this. I'm choosing to be the version of me who's having what she wants. What started propelling me out of September was I never wanted to feel like that state ever again. The state I fell into. I never want to go back there again. I don't want to be afraid of that state though either. I don't want to fear it. I just don't want its life anymore. Do you see what I mean? There is literally nothing we can't have. Nothing is off the fucking table. But a lot of us are in the place of feeling like we have to protect our heart because we've been let down by people in our life. So we have experiences to back up that need or that fear to protect our heart. That fear of truly just letting go and deciding to trust that this is working. Because when we are in a less favorable state, it can feel difficult to not allow ourselves to swim, to marinate in shit fucker thinking. It feels difficult to not allow ourselves to marinate when we are in a victim state. Because that victim state, all it wants is for you to marinate and really swim in the thoughts of your life sucks. That person isn't choosing you. They don't want you. You got to be real with yourself, girl. They don't want you. That's a one-off. It's never going to happen again. You should feel bad for yourself. That was really shitty of him. He should have asked you out again. But he didn't. He's a jerk. You were so good to him. You treated him like gold. He treated you like dog shit. You should really feel bad about that. You should allow yourself to feel very, very sad. Because you're not a priority to him. Do you see? That victim state just pulls you in. We have to be determined enough to say, no, I'm not even going to think about that right now. I'm not going to think about that right now. You don't have to force your ass out of the victim state, but you can be determined and strong enough to say, no, I'm not going to marinate today. And it feels uncomfortable to not allow yourself to marinate. It feels like an internal struggle to not allow yourself to sit and wallow in pity. And Aaron, I'm just using you as the example. I don't think you're wallowing in pity right now. I don't think that's what you're doing. But I'm using your circumstance to talk about victim states. But, you know, one of the things that comes along with desiring change, desiring to experience our truest desires, is it's not about being hard on ourselves. It's not about shaming ourselves or beating ourselves up, right? But it does come to a point of what is more important. Another fucking day thinking about how things aren't the way we want them right now, so we keep our focus on what we don't like. Is that going to help us? Or is today the day we say, all right, I'm not going to sit over there again. I don't need to rehash all the shit I don't like in my fucking situation. I don't need another day of sitting and thinking about it. I don't need help describing on all the things I don't fucking like. I'm well aware of all the things I don't like. So that's what I mean with the determination to say, not today. I am not going to do it today. I had to do that too. Because really, you know, I like to say I'm the queen of states. I was the queen of victim state. And I enjoyed sitting there feeling sorry for myself. As shitty as it felt, in a fucked up way, it felt really good to feel bad for myself. And I didn't want to be happy about anything else in my life because this one category, love, was no good. Well, at least that's what I was calling it. No good. Not good enough. So this was the most important, area for me to manifest in. And if this isn't the way I want it, I don't care about any other area. I don't care that the money manifestations are coming in. I don't care if I'm losing weight. I don't care. I don't care about anything else. I want my love category to be okay. That's who I was. I wouldn't allow myself to celebrate the manifestations in the other areas because the love category wasn't what I wanted. And that was my number one category. So I would take a shit on all my other manifestations because they weren't important enough. love was most important, relationship, getting SP. And I think most of us, if we're telling the truth, we think the same fucking way. And if it's not SP, you've got a number one manifestation category. Just own it. You know you do. You've got one that's more important to you than anything else. And I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm saying, wow, we do need to celebrate the other wins. We do have to see that we're manifesting everywhere else. Because those are the fucking things we're gonna rely on when we feel like shit over the love category. You're gonna want to remember that you fucking manifested 50 fucking grand. That should be important too. Deciding to change, deciding to be a new version of yourself through manifestation also means stopping bullshit victim things that we do. Victim habits. Victim habits. Like checking social media. Checking your SP's social media. Checking anything, whether it's not your maybe it's not their social media. Maybe you go and check something else regarding SP. Maybe it's something else. Maybe you drive by their work. Maybe you drive by their house. Whatever fucking victim habits we do, they gotta go too. And I know some of you are still doing them. I know you are. Because I did them too. And I didn't want to let go of them either. But I eventually did. Because all they were doing was keeping me the same limited bitch, manifesting the same fucking person, and not being satisfied with my scenario at all. But yet coming to terms with, maybe I should stop doing this ridiculous fucking victim shit that I do. Maybe I should stop doing that. But I didn't want to hear that. I didn't want to own up to my cuckoo bullshit. And it is cuckoo bullshit. If you know you're checking their social media or checking anything, cuckoo. If you know you're doing that, and you're doing it to seek validation that your SP still likes you, that your SP still there, that your SP hasn't liked somebody else's picture, or there's not any new girls or guys on their page, if you know you're doing that to get that validation, let me help you stop lying to yourself. You are refusing to change. Period. And I still love you, but you're refusing to change. You're deciding to stay the same limited asshole who isn't gonna get what they want until they're ready to let go of dumb shit. I had to face that too, and it sucked. Because I didn't want to let go of the thing I held on to as my validation. I didn't want to let go. I felt by letting go of my 3D validation shit, I felt like I was literally like free falling off a cliff. It was so uncomfortable. But fuck me, am I so glad I did, because it released me from so much bullshit and it allowed me to change. This is the part that I think everybody manifesting a specific person needs to hear. This is not a journey about you and specific person. This is a journey of you changing. As you change, that's what gets you your specific person. That's how you get them to show up desiring and wanting and being head over heels in love with you. That's how you do it. is you change. Not they change. You change. I didn't want to change. I didn't want to change. That's why I had nothing but fuckery my first year and a half manifesting my specific person, because I didn't want to change. I wanted to put all the focus on SP. He loves me, he loves me, he loves me, he loves me, he loves me. We're in such a loving relationship. He loves me so much. I'm the most important thing to him. I'm the best thing to ever happen to him. I'm loving his life. He does this every day for me. He does that every day for me. We see each other this many times a week. That was some of the shit I would write in my scripting. That's what I wanted to do. Because I understood manifestation as, okay, I have to either affirm, visualize, script what I want to have from my specific person. And if I script this every single day, then he's going to show up and start doing that shit. That's how I understood it. So I would get some of those things. Some. Never all. Some. And then I would be a triggered ass bitch because I wasn't getting anything I wanted. All the good things that I did manifest, right? I said some things came in. All those, I didn't care about them. They did not satisfy me. They would come in and I'd be over at like, next, where's my next hit? Where's my next hit? He's supposed to show up and make me feel loved. Where's my next hit? And that's the cycle I stayed on. Hot mess express. Refusing to let go of my 3D validation of him. By 3D validation, I mean the social media. Hence, Facebook. That Facebook was mine. That's the one I would go to check. And I mean check, looking for that motherfucking green dot, looking. And if I hadn't heard from him and that green motherfucking dot was there, I would come unglued. Like a ravished beast, I would come unglued. And then I would do everything I could to hold it in around my family members because I didn't want to take it out on my child. And I didn't want to take it out with my dad because remember, my dad lived downstairs. I didn't want to take it out on them, but inside I was like, stop fucking talking to me. I'm busy being angry at SP. I can't be my normal happy self right now. I'm not allowed to be in a good mood because he's not showing up the way I want him to. So I'm going to sit here with my teeth clenched as I pretend, okay, yeah, have a good day at school. Okay, love you. And as soon as he'd get out the door, I'd be furious at my SP again. Oh my God, it felt like a fucking prison cell. I hated it. I hated every second of it. But when I'd get the text, I'm like, oh my God, I'm in love. He loves me. We're so in love. He loves me. It's okay. He just got distracted at work. It's all right. He still loves me. Everything's good. I can be in a good mood now. I'm allowed to be happy now. Back to checking Facebook because I didn't get my lunchtime text. Cycle after cycle after cycle. It sucked. So, bit of advice. Stop your bullshit in the 3D. Stop utilizing the same habits that have manifested the shite you're experiencing in your 3D right now. Stop. Cold turkey today. Let's stop. Now, I know some of y'all are thinking, well, it's okay. I can do it, right? I'm the God of my reality. I can do it. I make the rules of my reality. I can do it. I'm going to check. It's not going to be a big deal. I'm going to decide it's not a big deal. I'm going to say that it's not going to affect my manifestation. I'm going to check every day and allow myself to be triggered if I don't say what I want. But that's going to be okay because I say so. You know as well as I do, you don't fucking really mean that. And you are not spending time deciding that it's not going to apply to you. Stop being so silly. Just stop doing it so you can get what you want. To me, I know I was clouded with my desperate, needy state. I was clouded. I couldn't see through it. Right? It didn't make sense to me that I had to stop doing these things. These things were important. I needed my 3D fucking validation. It triggered me when I heard
people say, the power's within you. You've got to decide to be okay, or, you're the one giving out the unconditional love. All of that would trigger me. Like, what do you fucking mean? I gotta be happy now. Be happy. I don't have what I want yet. How am I supposed to be fucking happy? That made no sense to me, and it triggered me because it sounded like a dirty trick. It sounded like a trick to get me to not want to be with SP anymore. I trusted nothing. But that's because I couldn't perceive that message because of the state I was in. It doesn't mean any of that. It means when you realize all of the power is within you, not in SP, they're just reflecting. So if you would let go of your victim ass shit and your crazy checking fucking shit in the 3D, if you would let that go, you would be able to become the version of yourself, or get into the state of you having what you want. You'd be able to get there, and boom, everything you'd want with specific person would show up like that. But we don't, because we're scared. We're scared to let go of that little fucking rope that we have attached to our 3D. We're afraid. We're afraid because we're afraid of either losing specific person, or afraid of our heart being broke. We're afraid of disappointment. And all of those really are 3D limited beliefs, limited fears from limited experiences before you knew you were manifesting. And they're just the conditions of who you believed you were. But if you would take that step and let go of that shit, I'm telling you, you would step into the place of you wouldn't have to fear anything. And you would get everything you wanted with a specific person. Life-changing love. By letting that shit go. By letting the fear go. By deciding you are worthy and deserving of everything you desire. That you yourself are unconditional love. Pure, unadulterated, flawless, limitless consciousness. You are already that. You're not this limited person you think you are. Let that fucking 3D go. Choose to be the new you and watch your world change. I'm telling you. No more checking social media. You can't in one sentence tell me you want to manifest your specific person, but yet in the same fucking sentence tell me you're checking their fucking social media and expect me to take it serious that you really want your fucking specific person. Let's just be real. How am I taking that serious? You don't want to let that go. You don't want to change. You want to stay in victim state. You've got to want to be at a victim state. I wanted out of victim state. I was just as nerved up as you probably are about letting that kind of stuff go. But I wanted my manifestation. I wanted it more. You can too. How's that for a lecture for the evening? Huh? Was that too harsh? Damn it, you know what I'm saying is the truth. Inside you do. You might not like it right now, but it's better than me lying to you. I'm getting hearts. I'm hoping that means that was a zhuzh and didn't make anybody feel bad. It's not meant to make you feel bad. I'm trying to tell you this is how you get exactly what you want. This is how to do it. Like, what do you call it? Like, guarantee 100. This is how you do it. All right, Shay Nicole. Felt very in my I don't give a fuck state today and stayed present and didn't think about SP much. Is that normal when in the state? Yes. Because then felt like, whoa, when I realized I wasn't really focused on. Thank you. I'm seeing all the 100s and the hearts. That's making me feel good. Thank you very much. Shay Nicole, no, yeah, that is good. That is very good. Yes, that's normal. Very normal. Okay. You felt I don't give a fuck and stayed present and didn't think much about SP. Is that normal? Yes, very much so normal. Very, very, very. And when you realized I wasn't really focused on him, when you say that you felt like, whoa, was that like a fearful whoa? Or was that, holy shit, I barely thought about him today? If it was the fearful whoa, why are we fearing? If it was like, holy shit, if it was the holy shit, you like how I described it like that? The holy shit part, yeah, as you get into the state more, you aren't gonna be as, I don't mean like feeling it's necessary, but yet because you're not worried. When they come into your mind, it will only be like zhuzhy stuff. It won't be stressful, worrying, where is it stuff. So, well done. Please go back to that state as soon as possible. Return there. I'm assuming it felt very freeing to be in that state. Because that's what it should feel like, freeing. Hold on, I feel like let me just make sure I didn't skip anybody from where I was. Listen, midtown, shake. All right, Kisa, thank you very much. May I ask for a perfect marriage scene state for Celebrity SP? Love more videos on this subject and how to find the core about people not committing. All right, may I ask for a perfect marriage scene, a state for Celebrity SP? Okay. A perfect marriage scene. When you say scene/state, your state is who you believe you are. So, I don't know what a perfect scene is because I don't know everything you're manifesting. As far as a visualizing scene, you know, that word perfect has me concerned because does it matter? It doesn't have to be perfect. It has to just feel good to you, right? It's not about ever being perfect. So, I'm trying to think. I don't know what I would do. I would have to like envision me marrying fucking Jason Momoa for me to understand that one, right? Hold on. It just updated on me. It just updated. So now I'm fucking stuck. Okay, so hold on. Crap. All right. Hold on. I'm coming back to you, Kisa. Man, it won't let me go back. All right, hold on. I do love Jason Momoa. Thank you very much. you may hate me for this, Kim, but to me, Jason Momoa was not Aquaman. I say that as a fan of the comics. So, but then you say you're just kidding, Bradley. What the fuck? Are you kidding or not? Here's the thing. I don't read the comics. I know that's probably so, what's the word? Like offensive to someone who loves the comics. I don't read them. And like the whole Aquaman, I knew nothing about the Aquaman story other than what was in the movies. So to me, Jason Momoa could play any role because he is, you know, Jesus to me. So, no, it's not offensive to you. Okay, good. But, you know, that man, all he needs to do is walk around naked, and that would satisfy me in any role. I couldn't care less what he's playing. And I'll give you an example of, I own just about all of his movies, and I rarely pay attention to his acting skills. When he is in a scene, I don't give a rat's ass what he's saying in the scene, truthfully. I have no clue what's going on in the movie. I could probably give you a quick rundown of what I think the movie's about, but I am not paying attention. I'm staring at him in all scenes because he is that beautiful. Okay? That beautiful. And I know I'm so bad about it because my boyfriend and I were watching, I can't even think of the name of it. But long story short, him and his father end up in their cabin and they're having a shootout with these drug people. I can't remember the name of the movie. I own it. And in one of the scenes, my boyfriend asked me, what did he just say? And I looked at him like, I don't fucking know. I was staring at his ass. I have no idea. I haven't been listening to anything he's been saying. I stare at his body. I love you, but I do love him. See what I'm saying? And I just keep it real. I'm like, you are the love of my life, but so is he. He's not aware of it. He will be someday. I will meet him someday. I'm so cocky confident about that. But I stare at his body parts. And that might sound like, you know, like I'm cuckoo, but you guys already know I'm cuckoo. That's not news. All right. Let's get back to keys before I forget. Jason Momoa is edible, Lisa. Yes, he is. Kim low-key manifesting him to be in a 50 Shades type movie. Damn right, and I better be cast as a starring role with him. If he's going to do some 50 Shades shit, it better be me in that fucking role right along with him. All right. One moment. Okay, may I ask for a perfect marriage scene? Now, keep in mind, I cannot see the chat right now. So, Keisa, if you're giving me answers to this, damn it all, I can't. Hold on. What do you mean, my friend? What do you mean specifically about a perfect scene? You're wanting me to give you a perfect scene for your celebrity? You see how I don't have that. I don't know what a perfect scene because I'm not in your head. So what would imply to you that you are married to your person? I'm picturing like Jason Momoa at the altar with me placing the ring on my finger. That would imply that I'm married to Jason Momoa, but that's me. And when we are coming up with scenes for visuals, you want to pick shit that feels good to you, not what feels good to me. See what I'm saying? Same thing with affirmations. That's why when people ask me for affirmations, it's not that I'm being rude and avoidant. It's what I say isn't going to be what zhuzhes you. You know. You know what you want to hear in an affirmation. You know what's going to make you feel good, right? You know what words just sound good with you. I don't remember who the hell I was talking to the other day, but we were talking about something and I'm like, yes, I tell myself I am finally now we were talking about my September, and I was telling that person when I would work out some of the things that I would have my higher self inner conversation with. I'm finally now the version of myself that knows what it feels like to be chosen. I know now. I finally know. And whoever I was talking to, and no offense if it was you, it's not that I'm deliberately forgetting. I know we had the conversation. I just cannot picture who the hell I was talking to. I talked to, you know how many people I talked to a day? Okay? Don't be offended. So the person said, ooh, I don't like that word finally. Finally implies to me it's been a long time. And I said, okay, good. Don't use that word. Very good for identifying that. Because you don't want to say word for word what I say. You want to say what feels good to you, because different words mean different things, right? So, Keisa, you have to decide for yourself. What scene implies you're married to your person? What do you think of? What equals, yes, we're together. It's done. You know, I am the ball and chain. He ain't going anywhere. He's locked down to me. Bella, it was you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Was it you? You didn't finally? Damn. I'm so sorry. Keisa, a romantic movie sometimes gives me ideas for scenes. True. Very good, Rhonda C. Look at all the help you're getting in the chat. I'm loving this. February and March was my September. Then I joined membership in early March. I said, okay, let's figure states out. Taylor Marie, I just love you. Y'all, I was so bad thinking I was doing like everything right. I'm manifesting yet crying. Why is it my husband? My husband? Why? Hey, Kim, will you be posting this live? Yes. Yes, I will. This automatically saves to YouTube. Usually. I can't lie to you and say that we've never had a live suddenly not be live anymore. That has happened more than once. And I know Lisa can back me up on that, because I know it happened in like the early days of my live streams. And I don't know why Lisa is the first person I'm thinking of, but I know Lisa was there at the live that didn't save. I remember that. See, Lisa, the weird shit I think about. But my intention is, yes, it will be here. It will be here saved. I imagine me and SP dancing our first dance as a married couple. I love that, Bernardo. For wealth, I just imagine my bed filled with cash and I'm sleeping in it. I love that. Having issues on feelings. You're having issues on feelings. All right, Keisha, what do you mean? Bernardo, that's the idea, is I try to, yes. Am I perfect? No. But I try. Keisha, what do you mean you're struggling with feelings? Because listen, if we're over focusing on the feelings while we're visualizing or we're doing any technique, don't worry about the feelings. So if you, Taylor Marie, I love you. That's right. Kim is perfect. Listen, if you're thinking of like Neville Goddard, feeling is the secret. Feeling is in reference to like the knowing. Feeling as if it's done. Or sometimes it is referred to as feeling as if you are already that version of self or in that state. Feeling that state most natural. Okay? But if you're struggling to get feelings or to feel like you are already that person, fuck the feelings. They will come. That knowing feeling, it will come. Don't worry that you're not feeling it right now. It will come. I didn't feel anything either. And then once I did get a feeling, it was happy butterflies in my stomach feeling. It's okay. Don't put the pressure on yourself for the feelings. To me, that's an unnecessary, an extra thing I have to attain. No. Just focus on whatever technique you're utilizing. I'm assuming visualizing because you're asking for visuals. Put the focus there. That knowing. And the knowing is just, yes, like I know I'm having this. I know this is going to manifest. Or I know I'm going to have this experience. Yes, I know there's nothing to worry about. Yes, I know this is done. This really is created because creation's finished. It's just an overwhelming knowing, just like you know your name is Keisa. It's a knowing. But if you don't have that knowing right now, don't fucking worry about it. Just stay on your manifestation journey, your game. Right? Return to your visuals. That feeling will come. That is why Neville Goddard says that it's not how long you sit in a state, it's the frequency of the returning to that state, wish fulfilled state, that makes it feel more natural. It's the returning, the frequency. Or embodying a state of a wife. I have no clue. Okay, then what? All right, let me ask you this. Why do you want to be a wife? Why are you trying to manifest marriage? Why? Yes, I'm deliberately sounding like a 2-year-old asking you why. I want an answer why. Why do you want to manifest marriage? Why do you even want it? The most common answer I get to that question is because I think it's going to make me feel good. Right? I think it's going to make me feel good. It's going to make me feel like my man ain't going anywhere because we're together forever. I'm his wife. He's on lockdown, ball and chain lockdown. I'm being sarcastic. But right? We think it's going to make us feel a certain way. Even if we've never been married before, we still think it's going to make us feel a certain way. Whatever that you think it's going to make you feel, go for that. But even then, I still wouldn't put the pressure on myself to feel those feelings. Don't think of it that way. You know, Kim, I just woke up to go to the office and now I have the best video to watch while preparing for the day. Love it! Love it! I want to share my life with my partner. I love that. I want to enjoy the little moments. See, Taylor Marie, you got your shit together. Girl! To spend the rest of my life with my person. Okay. Why? Why do you want to spend the rest of your life with your person? It's for security reasons? So I know I'm not going to be alone? Listen, there's no wrong answer. This isn't a trick to get you to say a certain response. This is to get you to see you do know what it feels like to be that. Because your reason for wanting it, for desiring it, for choosing to manifest it, is the good enough reason to have it. So that's what it would feel like for you to have it or to be the wife. Whatever your reason is for wanting it. There's always a reason, an underlying reason. It's not just to spend the rest of my life together with someone. There's a reason underneath that too. There always is. And that's not bad. It's not a bad thing. It's not what I mean. But it's because we are always manifesting things for an experience. A feeling experience. Everything is, when you think about it. Right? So whatever that is, there's your answer for now. See what I mean? You can't fuck this up. You can't. Boy, you just dig down to the bottom of that litter box, don't you, Ed Kim? Yup. Yes, I do. Yeah. All right. Awkward butterfly, thank you very much. How do you not get scared of manifesting bad health? I have health anxiety, and I get so anxious that I'll manifest my fears. It feels awful. That sounds like it feels awful, awkward butterfly. All right, well, let's see. Well, first of all, we want to get to the heart of the anxiety. We want to find ways to calm ourselves. Yeah? We want to chill ourselves out. We want to center our minds so we can think manifestation rationally. Okay? Because when we're full of anxiety and we're feeling anxious, we're not thinking clearly. We're thinking fearfully, right? So we want to calm ourselves down. Whether that's meditating, breath work, sitting down somewhere and scripting, if you enjoy writing and paper products like I do. Just something to calm yourself down and center your mind. And then let's get to the heart of why are we fearing manifesting bad health? What does that equate to you? Does it equate to, bad health equals death? It equals losing someone? Or it equals me being pulled away from my loved ones, the fear of loss. What's that there's always an underlying something. And this is a good time to remind ourselves who we are. Right? Who are you at your core? Now, granted, I don't know what you believe in, but if you believe in God, well, that's what consciousness is from my perspective, because I believe in God. But some people don't. Some people believe in universe or source energy, which is fine. But that's what the consciousness is. Okay? So if you believe in universe, consciousness, it's universe. But that's what we're all made of at our core. That's who we are. And that's flawless, limitless consciousness. So, yes, we are perfectly healthy. Yes, Lisa. But she's right. We're flawless and limitless, truthfully. There is no bad health in consciousness. It doesn't exist. Right? It doesn't exist. That's a 3D world problem. Shitty health, 3D world problem. Well, if we know we are more than these 3D world bodies, then what do we have to fear? Nothing. Nothing. Fearing health is a condition that we've learned through either experiences, things we've watched on TV, things we've heard other people talk about, seeing other family members get sick and pass away. I know that experience from a very young age. That started my abandonment fear. Was because of that, for what it's worth. So I get it. But this is where we get to remind ourselves that we aren't these limited beings that we have been all conditioned to believe we are. We're not. We are limitless, flawless, pure, unadulterated consciousness. I love saying that. That is my favorite phrase to say. Pure, unadulterated consciousness. So, all right, we take a moment, we remind ourselves who we really are at our core. From there, we are choosing. We are choosing to be versions of ourselves. And we can choose any version. And obviously, since every outcome is a possibility, right? Through the infinite states, so all the possible outcomes of us are available to us, including a version of us that is completely 100% healthy. 100% healthy. And a reminder to you to maybe help with your anxiety is not every individual thought manifests. It's our state that manifests who we believe we are. So if you start deciding that you are the version of yourself, and let's start to the least resistive state. So maybe the state of you accepting and believing that you are pure, unadulterated consciousness. Let's start there. Right? You get to that state, your perception changes. Now we can move to the next state. And that's the state of you choosing to believe that, man, I just had it all planned what I was going to say and I just forgot it. Damn it. Not that you're just healthy. I was going to say something else. Come on, Kim. Fuck. I'm sorry. It was right on the tip of my tongue and I already forgot it. Of all the available Kims and all the other versions, she loves Jason Momoa. Lisa is so right. I honestly believe all versions of me love him. How could they not? What was I gonna say? Shit. Damn it all, how awkward butterfly. I forgot. It was the next state. It was the next state next door to you believing that you're fucking consciousness. It wasn't the state that you were all healthy and perfect. I wasn't taking you there yet. There was a state in between we were going to. Shit. I am completely blank. I have forgotten. I'm so sorry. And you want to know what I'm going to remember as soon as I get off this goddamn live? I'm so sorry. I just went totally blank. All right, let's talk this out because maybe I can remember it. Yeah, I can see. Good, Valentine, you're fucking helping me. You're helping me. All right, so the first state was the state of her trusting and believing that she's consciousness, pure, unadulterated consciousness. What was I gonna say for that next state? Did you love Jason? Do y'all have a vibrating bed too, Kim? Oh my God, I love you. Damn right we do. I don't know what that second state was. It had something, I was going to say something to do with health, but not that she's healthy yet. Not that state. Kimberly, fucking remember. That is going to bug me. I can't remember. No. The first state I wanted her to go to was the state where she accepts that she is consciousness. And until I can come up with what I was going to say, I'm going to jump to the state of you not having anxiety. You are the version of yourself that no longer has anxiety and is not controlled by anxiety. But there was a state in between. I cannot remember what I was going to say. Thank you, Brooklyn. Almost like it's me not feeling like I deserve it. Like that you don't deserve health? Why? Why don't you feel worthy of that? Yes, Aaron Eckhart. Yes. The next state was that you believe it's possible to be healthy. Thank you, Aaron. Yes. Yeah, I need to know, awkward butterfly. What is it? Why do you think you don't deserve that? Because let me say this, that in itself is a belief we need to decide that doesn't belong to us anymore. That's not who you are anymore. You're the version. Oh my God, Siri, fuck right off. I want you to be focusing on the state where you believe it's easy for you to shift through the states. You find it easy to be any version of yourself. And then when you get to that state, your perception's going to change and it'll get easier to move you to the next state. Siri totally skipped the assignment, Jess. Literally. I feel like it comes up more when I start to feel better about myself. So, meaning feel better about yourself overall, about life. So then, because you're feeling better about yourself, now it's time to worry about something else because you're not allowed to feel good about something. You're not allowed to be happy, to be content with life. So there must be something extra wrong. So let's make it health. Something like that. One consciousness equals God. We are God in human form. 100% agree. 100%. Yes, like I start to feel optimistic about the future, and then you become aware that you're feeling optimistic, and you are probably someone who is used to having something to worry about. Like it's not a normal state for you to be happy and content. So let me ask you this. All right, Siri, I'm taking you off. I can't take another fucking second. Have you most of your existence been someone who is a worrier? You worry about things quite often. Self-sabotage because you are afraid of disappointment. Yep. The only reason why I ask, awkward butterfly, is because that is how I used to be. When I would catch myself feeling happy, I would immediately start like almost like pulling out a file drawer, but in my mind of why am I fucking happy right now? There must be something I have to worry about. Let me look through my life. What is not good in my life, so I can go back to worrying about that, because I am supposed to be worrying about something at all times. It is unsafe to not be worrying, because when we feel good, that signifies cockiness, and shitty things happen to people that are cocky. That was my belief. Long-winded, but truly, I believed that. I had to let that go because it sucked. That sucked. So, yeah, bracing for the worst, bracing for impact. Yes, I'm a worrier. And my mom's always said, if you're too happy, something bad will happen. Oh my God, that was me. Okay. Your mom is probably a really nice person. She just doesn't know any better. But let me comfortably tell you, it is a lie. That is not true. It's not. It's a horrible belief that does begin the self-sabotage journey. So we are going to start focusing on being the version of you who realizes or accepts that it is okay to be content and happy with your world. It is safe for you to be content and happy. And then we'll keep going, keep climbing through the states until you can believe and accept that ill health is not something you have to fear. Seriously. And just like any other manifestation, this is the decision to be the version of you that doesn't have these limited beliefs. And you will start shedding them. As you return, right? It's the frequency of returning. As you return to that state. And it's okay if you can't go all the way to your wish fulfilled, which is the version of you that doesn't believe that, you know, you don't have, I don't know, you don't have to worry about shit. Or believes that you don't have to worry about shit. If that feels like too much of a stretch, that's okay. We can just work our way there, like we talked about earlier. Yeah, old wives' tales are the worst limited beliefs. Oh my God, so true. And just know, if this is something you can get rid of. This is a belief that can be gone, that can be destroyed. It can. I did it. You can do it. You guys lifted me up when I was quiet my watching, so sad and jealous that y'all were great at manifesting and not me. I started to shed. I don't even know her anymore. Good. Good, Taylor Marie. Now you're aware that you're a damn master manifester. Oh, you're on fire, Kim. Thank you so much. Good, awkward butterfly. I am glad. Yes, generational hand-me-downs. We don't want hand-me-downs anymore. We want new shit. Yes, we are choosers of our beliefs. Embracing the worst sucks. It does. Comparison is the thief of joy. Glad you're out of that state. Fuck. Oh, so true. Yep. All right, guys, on that note, I'm not going to lie. I told my SB I'd be up here for an hour. It's definitely been longer than an hour. It's been over 2 hours. So. Damn it. You know, it's because he knows I get distracted. And then he says that to me. Oh, what's the matter? You get distracted? Because I always get fucking distracted. So... like whenever we're about to go do something, like say we're going out for the night, and I'll ask him, what time do you want to leave, so I know what time to be ready by. He'll say a time. I'm like, okay, I'll be ready. And when I go upstairs to go get ready, he'll be like, okay, I'll see you like 1 a.m. then. And it could be like 1 p.m. He's like, I'll see you 1 a.m. Because he says I get fucking distracted. And I do. And I hate it when he's right. And he's always right. All right. So, turn on the bed. It'll be fine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I love you all. I shall see you all probably tomorrow. I meant it when I said I'm going to start going live more. I meant that shit. I just don't have a set schedule right now. Okay? That I don't have yet. All right. I love you all. I'll see you all soon. Be good. Be good.